a short live this morning. I'm with my mom, so I might put us on mute for some of the time, but we're gonna take you along the Missouri River for just a few moments as we get ready for the day. But I really hope everybody comes back in for the plane crash speech. I cannot tell you how beautiful this spot is that they hooked us up at. The hotel is really beautiful. We're on the river. It's my mom just sitting there going by fast. She doesn't want to be filmed right now. I have a crazy pool, but I guess there was like a powder outage. They said around the country, but they have a hot tub, swimming pool, this beautiful patio area. All the survivors are staying here, and they really hooked it up. That's just the fitness center. Here, mommy, walk with me.
Okay.
And can you grab, while you're walking, grab my coffee, just so you can walk with it. So, because I don't have a hand for it. Someone's in here. Who's in there?
Started. I'll catch up.
What's up, Lexi Ann? How you doing? So like I said, Lexi, we are just going along the river for the morning. And then we're going to go back. I'm going to come back on live later when I speak at the museum. For the Flight 232 Memorial. That's the bridge that separates Nebraska. Oh, yeah, Nebraska from Iowa. It's a beautiful spot. They hooked it up at a nice hotel this year, actually. This is all the hotel's property. It's pretty wild. Right off the river. The river's in dangerous conditions now. I guess it flooded here. They were explaining to us last month or this month or whatever, but people are just out here chilling. I was thinking about that one YouTube creator, Coffee and Cults, because that's what I'm sitting here doing right now, having my coffee. Yes, that's the point. I was explaining that to my mom, Lexi, and maybe you could explain that. She doesn't understand that concept because we've been lucky enough to see a lot of the world. But see, now the first comment that came in was, I get tours of places I have never visited. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
I do.
You're the one that's a slave to technology, you on your phone. Come on, let's go for a walk.
Okay. I'm just trying to find this song on 24/6.
Put it on, peer up my thing.
No.
And then we can listen to it together. Peer up on the speaker.
Okay, but I haven't found the song yet. Just give me a
Okay.
second till I find it.
How you doing though, Lexi Ann? How you doing this morning? How is everybody doing this morning? I'm appreciative that you guys come from LA. I feel that you know Hollywood. Yeah, I know, right? You get that feeling. I've been there before. I used to love LA, but it's become such a dump now. I feel blessed to live in the Midwest, where it's much, much nicer. Everybody moved out of LA. Nice. I love Pennsylvania. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, for about a year, I lived in right outside of Philly in the Appalachians. My son was in school in Philly, so I was in Pennsylvania a lot, trying to get through the day. I hear you. I hear you. It's really beautiful today. The heat wave finally passed by. It's probably like 72 degrees outside right now. Everybody's outside eating their breakfast. You're in the Pittsburgh area. My mom's best friend. I speak at the U of Pitt all the time. You'll have to come out the next time I speak. I speak at the U of Pitt all the time. All the time. That's one of my spots that I speak at. There was a very famous psychiatrist that lived in Pittsburgh. His name was Rabbi Dr. Abraham J. Torsky. He was a specialist on substance abuse and trauma, which are the two fields I went into. And my mom happened just randomly go to school with his daughter for 8 years. And for me, I did not pass up the opportunity to take advantage of my phenomenal relationship with him. I uh, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I love Pittsburgh. It's beautiful there. Good football fans too. I'm a Bronco fan myself, but I respect, especially when Roethlisberger was playing. I had tremendous respect for Pittsburgh. He was a beast. My mom's being lazy, just sitting there on the phone with my dad. He can annoy the crap out of her, I'll tell you that. Hockey, yes, you guys are a huge hockey. Yes, I am a hardcore here talking about hockey. My unfortunately, I still have a few dirty habits, but this is my daily lighter. You can see it, the Blackhawks. I love the Blackhawks and the Bruins. Love it. Love it. And who got us in? Who got us in the room right away? Yeah.
So finally,
By the way, if you hear people saying Srully, guys, anybody that watches this on the replay and then watches later too, that's my Yiddish name. That's what like my family calls me. But Yisroel or Israel is fine. This is beautiful though. This is the Missouri River. It's in the midst of dangerous conditions, but it's actually wider than it's supposed to be. It's like came all the way above. That's like probably like a 20-foot up little hill, right? Like that lamp that you're looking at is probably like 12 feet tall. It doesn't look like it. Fuzzy pink handcuffs, what is up? You definitely get a hello. I feel like streets with the weather, 72 degrees now. I got my hoodie on. How you doing, Fuzzy Pink Handcuffs? This is the Missouri River. On the replay, you can watch my explanation of everything. Say hi to Fuzzy Pink Handcuffs. My mom says hi. She's on the phone with my dad. She won't stop talking on the freaking phone. But almost done with breakfast at the hotel. I don't eat breakfast, my mom does, but and then we're gonna be on our way. She says hi. My mom says hi again to that. She's like on the stream just to see you guys. I explain. She has no clue how this stuff works. Now she does, but the current is really crazy in the river. There's like signs everywhere. You can see signs that like they just put up, like do not. I'm sure you guys heard, but unfortunately there was a father that died saving his kids in the river. The current underneath, about 2 feet below the surface of the water, they're saying is something like 15 or 30 miles per hour. They're saying it's a worse current than the ocean right now. All rivers flow south, but there's like a bend right over here, so this is kind of southeast at the moment, and then it curves up ahead. When I go down there in a second, you guys will see. Can we just walk down there?
Just sitting on the
But yeah, guys, it's really beautiful out here, though. Very much the Midwest. I feel it more like in the Midwest when I'm in like Iowa or Kansas, or I can't explain it. Michigan. I don't know why. I don't feel like Chicago's as Midwestern as all these other beautiful little states. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Chicago is like literally the greatest city in America because you have every bit of everything you can imagine, every type of nature, every type of everything. But yeah, what's going on with you guys this morning? For you guys on the East Coast, it's getting close to noon. All the way out there. Those signs on the highway say "Welcome to Nebraska." On the other side, it says "Welcome to Iowa." Here, let me see if I can zoom in on that. I doubt it, but you can't see it. That's a welcome sign. It's not that far away. It looks far, but TCD. Let me get the picture back in. Well, first let me say hello. Look at that guy. He's going against the current too. He's ripping and running. A lot of boats out here. It's pretty cool. Like, there's a lot of docks right off the hotel's property. People just sitting and chilling. Good morning to you. Thank you for the heart. Ma say good morning to TCD.
Hi, Cece.
TCD.
EC.
TCD. T isn't TCD.
TCD.
Yeah.
I am CB.
That's my mom's name is CB. There
That's
you
my
go.
handle.
That's your handle name.
Well, you
It's
may be
actually her
too
her
young
initials.
to understand what a CB radio was.
No, a lot of these people are. I don't know how old you are,
You know,
TCD, but a lot of them are your
truckers,
age.
and we had one of those actually when we used to drive around in Colorado. You know, Breaker 4-1. There even was a TV show about it once.
Yes.
Yeah,
Everybody's saying good morning. Good morning, MD Media.
yeah. I could totally be a trucker, not a trucker's wife, just a trucker. But I chose other locations instead.
TCD isn't a true crime. She said it stands for true crime. That's what TCD. So true
CB
crime
stands for Charlie-
divas.
CB stands for Charlie Brown because look at this face.
It's Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
It actually stands for her initials, though.
Yes. it
Her Hebrew initials are Chaya Bracha. In English, it's Hannah Beth. But I'm doxing my mom, guys. I'm doxing my mom.
What is
Let's walk
doxing
down.
mean? What is doxing?
Like I'm giving out your people like have they don't want people to know their info. I'm giving out your actual.
I just wear my heart on my sleeve.
My mom gives out
Are you
her
leaving
info
all
for
your
the,
stuff here, Swell?
for a second. Just bring the coffee if you don't mind for me.
Oh, I don't want to bring the coffee. I'll bring the coffee.
Bring the coffee. I'm gonna take you guys down to the river. Just for a second. I wanted to do a quick stream this morning, and then later it's going to be live, like all day. I love when you guys say hello to each other. It makes it feel more real, like we're all actually hanging out.
I'd rather just really sit here, but okay. I'll go.
All right, you don't have to. I just, yeah, the steps.
Go down this
Just grab my cup. Leave the rest and grab my
Don't
cup.
worry about it. Take my-
No one's going to touch your stuff. Just grab my cup. Mommy, trust me. Dead Asian package. She probably will get a dead Asian package from that's just what Scientology does. My mom doesn't even understand the whole thing. You have to understand we grew up.
I understand one thing. I stay far away from it.
My mom says she understands one thing about Scientology. She stays far away from it. Look at this. This is the restaurant, Mom.
No, this is they're preparing for a wedding.
Oh, you're right. You're right. They're having a wedding in
Wedding here
this hotel.
tonight,
Yeah.
and I am totally a wedding crash.
Yeah, my mom will crash the wedding.
I will.
My mom will literally. They're saying that it's awesome that we have a good relationship. Me and my mom have a great relationship to the point where we fight all the time.
All the time.
You guys will hear us
He
fighting
yells
all
at
day
me,
long.
And I yell at him.
Your mom is getting. That all she need, they said that staying away far away from Scientology is all you need to know.
Okay, there you go.
This is really cool though that they let you go down to the river.
It's
That other hotel that I normally stay at also lets you, but it's not this big. This is beautiful. The undercurrent, I looked it up. It's true. They were telling you. Who is that? Hey, what's up, Style Audit? I'll give you a little wave. This is the undercurrent is you feel how slippery the sand is?
Yeah.
It's because the water was all the way
It's
up here.
like fine silk.
Yeah, and all of this lights on fire. This is what lit last year. I lit all this on fire at the other hotel. My mistake. I dumped my
Oh,
stuff.
there's a nice bench here.
Yeah, sit down. That's what I was telling you to come down here. But yeah, it's actually really peaceful out here. I love this part of the Midwest. This bridge separates, that sign right over there separates Nebraska from Iowa. You're actually looking at Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. All right, Lexianne, come back on for more tours. Definitely, I will definitely be having more. I will definitely be having more tours today going on. Look at this; it's all still wet. You see this? They laid down new grass here. Look at this, Ma. The whole thing was gone. It flooded all the way over. All of this is supposed to be grass. You see this? This is crazy. This really is crazy. Wow. Can you imagine, guys? That's, what does it say over here? That's 20 feet down to the river. And then that's about another 3 feet. It's like 25 feet of water came up. That's pretty crazy. But I am happy for the spot that they set everything up this year for the anniversary at, because this hotel is at least nice. The other hotel is basically underwater. Ironically, the other hotel is literally down there. You could kind of see it. That is the other hotel, all the way in the distance. They have them over the riverfront, so people will have a desire to stop and stay. This is not the Mississippi. This is the Missouri River. By the way, guys, if I'm responding to more than what it looks like I'm responding to, it's because I'm watching another chat. I like to keep this chat with you guys so that I can make sure to see all of your comments. The other chat kind of flies by. There are so many ripped currents over here. It's like water going everywhere. It's really crazy. They said it was crazy, and you could just see it's crazy. There are ducks that are like not doing anything but just taking it for a ride. That gazebo is close to Flight 232 Memorial Park. It's really cool, actually, that it's right there. That might even be part of the park. No, it can't be, because where would the parking lot be? I have to get my bearings straight. I'm good with direction, generally speaking. No, that's not it. Unless they put a canopy over because of the flooding. I don't know. I doubt it. I've never stayed on this side of the river. I do have two going, MD Media, but the other one is like people that like, some of my classmates are going to come in today, like to say hello to you guys on this one. But I keep this one the way it is because I've just gotten to know you guys, and I just would rather keep it so that I could see you guys. Yep, I'm gonna go live at 12:30 exactly, and then I might start speaking a little bit after that because of just the way that the schedule happened today. But yes, I will be live again at 12:30. Makes sense? Yeah, it does. I'd rather be able to interact with you guys. In the other chat, a lot of the people know, it's like on Facebook there's 2,500 people from the Flight 232 Memorial. It's like a thing, so that's a lot. And then, crazy enough, through all the schools that I went to, I have way over 1,000 classmates, or at least people that I went to school with. Like in high school, that includes other grades that were in high school with me. So it ends up being, people don't realize that, but you go to high school for 4 years, which means you went to high school with 8 years worth of students if you finished high school. So there's like a couple thousand, and then the comments just fly by, and I can't stop. And sometimes I do those. Somebody will mark a comment. I don't do this for the money. When Amy comes in, she is going to drop a link for a charity that I'm collecting for in memorial for everybody. And I will say this, I don't get involved in politics, but I know that some people said they were concerned with other charities that they had been giving to as to whether or not they were legit or whatever. I will say this, I have nothing to do with the charity in any type of a way where like I am part of it. I'm not a part of it. Yeah, you will. You'll learn about there's a tremendous spiritual component. You'll get to watch it. You'll get to see there's going to be, Judaism's not really like any other religion. It's like within the sense that it's like you just speak straight to God. So it's like, it'll be right there. I'll be standing right where the plane smashed into the ground, and then I'm going to personally jump the fence because the part of the plane that I was in rolled 300 yards. 300 yards. So I walk out to the cornfields, and there's still a big dent in the cornfields out there. The boats have trouble going against the current right now. They come zigzagged. It's crazy.
Yeah.
My mom with the phone nonstop. She's
What
worse
was
than
a
me.
good call? Oh, that was a good call. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Okay.
Style audit, did you learn about it from what I said, or did you actually investigate? Because that's really cool if you look that up. That's super impressive.
Okay.
Yeah, it's much more about that than anything else.
I'm
That's
glad.
exactly right. Like I tell people, most not everything, but most of what we do in Judaism is just shit that makes sense. Number one law, be kind to your fellow man. Number one law. That is the number one law. That's why I am so vehemently against Scientology, because it could not be further from anything I experienced in religion. And believe me, I rebelled against the religious aspect of Judaism, but in Judaism, it's not like other religions also within the context where you can't be like an atheist and a Christian at the same time, or an atheist and Islamic at the same time. Well, in Judaism, if your mom is Jewish, you're Jewish. So you, according to Judaism at least. I mean, not just that. I mean, if you take a blood test, you'll know if you're Jewish. It's just like knowing how much of you might be. Like, I'm 20% African. You saw you only have to Google one word. You're awesome, Style Audit. Awesome. You're awesome. Thank you, because I knew that people weren't going to fully comprehend um, everything that was written there, because it's like Hebrew words. But yeah. Yeah, the Facebook. Yeah, guys, check it out. Today you'll meet the real heroes. I was a little kid, but you'll meet some real heroes today. I'm talking about, like, you'll see I'm going to get super emotional with one. There's one specific individual that literally plotted to save my life, quite literally plotted to save my life. And yeah, it's kind of crazy what happened. I feel really bad about it, but I kind of like killed someone in the process. I mean, I was a kid, what did I know? But he chose to give up his life for mine. I'll talk about it. You guys are getting some of the details early on. Anybody in the chat, you guys are lucky, because later on is when I'm going to be giving most of the details. But my mom is the one that, the word for the feast, Si'udotoda, yeah, yeah, yeah. In olden days, you would bring a sacrifice of like essence and you know, you would and today we don't believe that we have the same power as we used to when the world was a more perfect place. But you have to make a meal instead. So you make a sudotoda, a meal of thanks, of gratitude. That's probably the best word. And I'll tell you guys also what's crazy is, and this goes to a lot of the other people in the other chat, but I have one of my close friends from grad school recently. He's like a cyclist, like a real cyclist, on the other side of the pond in England. He was in a horrific, he was hit by a car. It was like horrific accident. And he went through some horrible surgeries yesterday alone. And it's a miracle he's alive. And I just want to say that, Daniel, you are the king, man. You are awesome. You're a real survivor. You're gonna make it through, and God's gonna take care of you. I guarantee it. God's gonna take care of you. Yesterday's surgery, thank God, was successful from what I heard. Thank God it was successful. Thank you, Style Audit. Thank you. That's what it's about. That's what it's all about. I'll tell you something interesting, Style Audit, how much what you're saying is dead on. So the whole point is for other people to be involved in the blessings. It's like the whole point is that you're not supposed to just keep it for yourself. It's a responsibility that you have to share with others. That's the actual responsibility. Like as a little kid, I used to get up and speak. As a little kid. Back then, it was like so famous. The plane crash was like so famous. Prior to the internet, the two most watched pieces of anything were the shuttle, when the shuttle crashed, and the second most watched piece of any media was the plane crash. Thank you for that, Fuzzy Pink Handcuffs. On the other one, they're flooding it with thank you. Yes, thank you. Sending healing vibes across. For anybody who's watching the replay, Fuzzy Pink Handcuffs was sending healing vibes across the pond to Daniel. Yes, he is across the pond, and God willing, he's just going to keep getting better and better, and he'll be all right. But yeah, this is a beautiful spot, actually. I'm happy. I'll be here for almost a week, staying right here in this hotel. This is the, as my mother said, the wedding hall. But I love when you guys say hello to each other, by the way. It's the best. I think I'm going to make that the only rule in my in this chat, is that you have to say hello to each other. That's my only rule. From now on, you guys can pass on the rule, like Fight Club. In this case, it's the opposite. Number one rule of Yisroel Brownstein's club: we say hello to each other. What's the number two rule? We say hello to each other.
Sounds like
There you go. Good. These boats are flying by. It's pretty crazy, but I'm assuming it's because of the current. I doubt they're like, it's not like there's no wake. It's not like there is a no wake zone. Like they don't have to worry about it. There's a dock all the way out there, so maybe over there there's a no wake zone, but over here. But the waves went away. They said there were crazy waves in the river. Your awesome style audit. But yeah, I love this bridge just because of it's one of only two places where you can separate into 4 different states. At least 3. I keep thinking it's 4, but it might just be 3. I think it's, yeah, because it's the Missouri. It's definitely Iowa, Nebraska, and South Dakota. I know for sure that. I believe it's also Missouri, but I could be wrong about that. It could be just the Missouri River, and I thought that. How fast do you think this boat's going with barely pushing? If you had to guess. That's like watching a car on the highway, no? Good morning! We got a wave. They're flying. Oh, that's awesome. They have like 3 fishing rods out. Oh, I'll bet you the fish are crazy right now in the river because of the thing. A lot of fresh water got sent in. 8 sent the link to your email on Mr. White. I'm not getting that. Explain. I love when you explain style audit. You sent the link to your email to, or maybe you're talking to someone else, which is awesome. I love when you guys talk to each other, so don't worry about that. But I do like when I see the American flag. I just like that. There's no politics in this group. All I say is, though, we should all be proud to be Americans. It's one of the only countries in the world where you really do have the freedoms that we have. We need to get along better with each other. We have to. The world needs us to reunite. You want to go up and get ready to grab my coffee and we'll. Well, guys, listen. I'm gonna come.
Yeah, it was just something for me to carry.
Yeah, just for you to carry. Yeah, I'll stay on for another second as we go up, guys, and then you'll see. I'm gonna go. What I'm gonna do is, guys. Oh, Dana White, I got your email, by the way. Oh my God, by the way. Not only were you correct, but all I'm gonna say is this, by the way, style audit. Listen carefully. The mere fact that even his lawyers, I'm saying this so strongly because it's like shivers up my spine, that Aaron had the honor, even if it's a negative thing. Dana White is literally one of the most powerful human beings alive today. The mere fact that Aaron is on his radar should be the greatest compliment of like all time. Like literally, he is literally one of the most powerful people in the world today. I am not just like saying that. I'll tell you, Style Audit, send the stuff to you to Yahoo, same address, just at Yahoo. But it's crazy that I saw your name on the email, and so I looked it up. But I wasn't even going to look it up, which is so crazy. That's so crazy. The Channel 9 wrote about in 2020. Yeah, that was good. I didn't like the way I looked back then. I was like very, I wasn't as healthy. I was competing for like fighting, but your body gets all like, because you're like putting on mass and doing all this other stuff. Yeah, but that was a very emotional year. That's cool though. If you guys Google it on YouTube, there's also a it's not only an article, it's a video. Mommy, where's my yarmulke?
Under the bag.
Okay, good. Thank you for doing that, because I wouldn't have remembered. You could put everything in the bag and then we'll go. Just throw everything in this bag, like your water, that water over there, your cup, because you're taking it, right? This is your card, my card, right? My mom. But yeah, that article was amazing. This year's the first year that my mom is back, though. It's going to be a big surprise to all the people. But Dana White, just even having Aaron on his blip is crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Dana White is like Dana White is like close friends with like RFK Jr. and like Donald Trump, and like, again, love or hate all these people, he's like literally like their friend. Like that's the circles he rolls in. And I can't believe that he got any kind of anything from Dana. So you are totally, I give you, that was the most important for me personally, because I'm in that world. That is probably the most significant and like eye-opening email that I've ever, a piece of information. That's the best video I've seen. Aaron talking about Dana White. That was crazy Style Audit. I literally couldn't believe it. I was blown away that he actually got an email from Dana White. I'm telling you, that's insane. People will not understand how insane it is unless you're in the fight world. They just won't, you won't get it. But he not only is in the fight world, he literally became one of the most successful businessmen and through that world. And it's just in general, he's like, he's like, it's not just that he's a billionaire. He's like, I cannot believe that Hunter Campbell, his lawyer, sent, because he didn't say the name, but I know who the lawyer is too. I know who the lawyer is. I was part of a fight school where two of my closest friends were big UFC stars. In fact, one of them is the one that turned over from the UFC being in debt to being a $1 billion company overnight. His name is Stephan Bonner, who is unfortunately no longer with us. He, by the way, also had a tie to Scientology, unfortunately. All the guys that tried to go to like rehab and they didn't have the money to do so, Narconon just like ate them up. And I actually believe it's probably because of their relationship with, now I do know that Dana White has talked a lot of trash on Scientology. So I don't think it wasn't about him defending Scientology. It was like he was put in the same name. I looked it up. It had to do with the fact that he was trying to say that he doesn't do exactly what he said about Grant Cardone. That's all he was saying. By the way, I just want you to know that. I Style Audit, I went down the rabbit hole with what his issue was. I saw a few interviews that Aaron's probably not even aware of. I'll drop a link to those interviews, and any of you guys are more than welcome. Aaron has never responded to any of my emails, but any of you guys that Aaron responds to, I'll drop a link to Dana White talking about it. I have the links where he talks about it. It's probably like podcasts that you guys would never like think of. He never says Aaron by name, but he talks about that component. He talks about it. It had to do with Grant Cardone. It had nothing to do with like Scientology. I just want to make that clear. I'm not saying he was right. Still, Grant Cardone is an absolute grifter, no question in my mind. I'm just saying in general, his issue wasn't like he was trying to help Scientology. His issue was that he says he didn't do what Aaron said he did, and Aaron maintains that he did, and that's fine. What's up, Queen? You'll have to go back on the replay for this tiny little live. This was just the breakfast live. I'm going to come back on in a couple hours, Queen, and you'll check it out, but you can watch it on the replay. Good. See, Fuzzy Pink Handcuffs understands the Fight Club rules. There you go. Queen understands it too. That's my only rule, is you guys have to talk to each other, say hello. Be kind to each other. This world needs more of that. This world needs a shit ton more of that. That's like, oh, it kills me. Kills me. That, like, what's going on in society right now just breaks my heart. I have no side. I have no dog in the fight with regards to politics. I despise it, and this is going to be a horrible thing for me to say as an American, but I haven't even voted in like 20 years because of how much I hate it, which is not necessarily a good thing. You're too shy to chat on most chats? Well, good. You'll chat on this one, Queen, because let me tell you something. Amy, I'm so happy you popped in for this morning. Amy's the bomb. Amy, this is the hair. Amy gets a huge hello. I feel like streets with my hoodie on. This is just a breakfast one, but Amy, I'm still keeping with my schedule for later, like I said. And so far, Amy, you'll have to advise me later on if you see someone in the chat, you know, my question that I asked you, a personal question I asked Amy about, and you'll let me know. Good, you guys are keeping the rule. Amy, I made a new rule. It's the Fight Club rule. What's the number one rule in Fight Club? You don't talk about, in this case, what's the number one rule in my chat? You say hello to each other in my chat. What's the number two rule in my chat? You say hello to each other in my chat. Oh, thank you. That is exactly, I told them about that. This is the organization. Here, I'll get my mom to sit. Ma, this is an organization. I can guarantee this. I'm not getting into politics. You guys know that. But I heard that people weren't happy with the way money was donated to some stuff and whatever. That is an organization that you can literally follow your money. Like, you could follow the trail of every single penny where it goes. It's an extremely powerful organization, and all of the money will go to trauma victims and Disabled Lives Matter. I'm the clinical director of Disabled Lives Matter. You guys should check out that video. That was awesome, Amy, that you were there for that. I love it, Queen. You're saying hello. That's what I like. But Amy, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I was talking about that literally maybe 5 minutes ago. So thank you. Thank you so much, Amy. 35 years ago today. Isn't that crazy, Amy? Crazy. The world just flies by. You'll meet everybody later. But what I was explaining, Amy, I'll tell you what I did. The other chat that I have going on, I'm just letting it fly because there's so many people. It's 2,500 from Facebook, and it's another couple thousand from like all the schools I went to, all the big Jewish schools I went to. But I'm keeping this chat pretty small because I'd rather just react to you guys more than anybody. If you hear me talking and it seems like I'm not responding to something you guys said, I'll try to give context. And it's like people that I feel responsible to, whatever. Know what you meant. Nice, TCD. Diva. I love it that D is diva. It's not like detective. It's like diva. That's awesome, by the way. True crime diva. I'm just grabbing my my coffee, and I'm gonna go in. You guys, I'll take you guys inside to a tour, at least to my room. My mom's gonna come with me to my room right now, and then I'm gonna be off. I'll even go live again. I don't mind going live even from Walmart. We're gonna go to Walmart, Amy, to buy some stuff for Shabbos. But is it spinning right now? It's probably spinning for a second. Is it spinning now, Amy? It shouldn't be spinning. It shouldn't be, Amy. Tell me if it gets better, Amy, because I'll definitely make it good for you, whatever I need to do. I know, just say hello to Amy.
Oh, hi, Amy.
Just say a good Erev Shabbos.
A good Erev Shabbos.
Good Erev Shabbos,
I
Amy.
have a few.
I refresh, yes.
I have a few stories to tell later.
Well, do you want to say anything right now?
Yes, Charlie better hurry up, or later on we're going to be sorry.
My mom's trying to get my butt moving. Oh my God, that's hilarious. What's up, Art? Art, you're going to go on the replay of this one, but I promise there's going to be long lies. Morning, Mama Brownstein. Do you have your card or you need mine to get in?
Yeah.
What would my mom do without me? I'll tell you that much. And what would I do without my mom? See, guys, I'm talking about the other chat. The other chat, a lot of the people know my mom very well. So I got the card. They have a nice little workout room here, too. Here's a mirror. But Amy, remind me later to talk about Dana White. I know you have no idea, Amy. I was talking about it earlier. It's a quick video. You might want to go. I took a video on a small little tour. It's the Missouri River. And in that spot, you're in at least 3 states. I believe 4 states. I believe it's 4 states, but it's for sure 3 states. You're on that border, that bridge that was in the distance. I think you could just go out. I don't think you need a card for this. Yeah, once you're in, you're in. Yes, the first thing I did, actually, literally the first thing I did, Amy said get water. The first thing that we did when we got here we got here like so late last night. First thing I did was I forced my mom just one good morning. The only thing I forced my mom to do with me was to go get water. Got a huge case of water immediately. That's what I did. My mom's apologizing because she was falling asleep at the...
Yeah. Finding out that this was across the country.
It's still down. We still can't run credit cards.
Really? That's crazy. The guy put us in. My mom, if you look on the replay, my mom was sleeping, standing up on the counter.
Yeah. Which room are you guys?
We're in 421.
And it's lovely.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, I have both. Bernstein?
Browns, yes, Bernstein.
I have it, I have gotten all these notes of people that are like, charge later.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything you need, let us know.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, thanks a lot. You know, like the Flight 232, you know, like the plane crash that happened here a million. So I was the 9-year-old boy in the back of the plane. Today's the anniversary. Yeah, so we're all here. You know, the museum, they're doing a big thing today. It's 35 years. 35 years ago. Yeah, it is crazy. A cyber problem. See, Amy knows all the info, Ma.
Oh.
That's where you always fill your water bottles. Yeah, they do that. You're right. Save money. Saving money tips. Ma, you. I'm telling you, Amy, you and my mom would be best friends.
And
My mom's got her cup because it's free refills. Show your cup for free refills.
I'm the freebie queen.
Freebie queen. Cyber problem. CrowdStrike.
CrowdStrike, I read that.
That's what Amy knows everything. Amy always has all the info. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Right. She's not on here to listen to you. She's on here to help with
She is.
information. We're standing on the other
And we didn't press the button.
We'll be here forever.
Yes. She carries her bottle everywhere. That's my mom. Even going downstairs today, my mom carried a backpack with just some water, and we got coffee. But I'm like that too. I carry water everywhere. In fact, my mom was like not even going to want to get water last night, but we stopped by. You understand? It's such a small town environment here. It's such a small town environment here that the people that picked us up in the Uber, they got woken up. Like they have to be woken up to come get us. Queen is saying hello to you, Ma. It's a big wave. But I mean what I said. I'm really happy that I just kept this chat like this because I'll be able to respond to you guys much more than anybody else. And then if you hear me a little bit responding to other chats, then it's because I'm just, my buddies that are in the other chat, but this sounds
I'm
awesome.
gonna go get some ice.
You want to go get some ice now?
Yeah.
Right this
Aren't
second?
you taking a shower now?
I'm taking a shower. You can take it, you do whatever you want.
I'll take mine later, but I'm gonna go get ice now.
Yes, thank you. Like every once in a while, I'll do that. Thank you so much, Amy, for dropping that link. Every once in a while, guys, check out to see Amy dropping that link. It's an important one. Charity this week in Yisroel in Iowa. That is correct. Right. Very, very correct. It's donations going to that. And if anybody donates after whatever, I could still promise the money. If you want also, you can write like in the donation just my name. It'll make it really easy, and you'll automatically get a receipt in the email. I'm thinking about just staying on. I don't know what to do right now. All right, listen, I'm gonna jump in the shower really quick. This is our view. It's crazy. It's the river and the pool and everything. Amy, I am gonna be coming back on very, very soon. Again, Amy, all I could say to you is please realize that I do not expect anything from you, but oh my God, you're like a lifesaver for being there for me. But guys, I'm gonna be back on soon. Yes, donated in my name. Thank you. That's perfect. What you're writing. Yes. Amy, you're the best. You really are the best. Best, best, best. I really will be back on soon, guys. Yeah, I'm going to jump in the shower. I could probably even just refresh and come back on, but I think that it is a beautiful view. Are you from Sioux City, Brenda? That's awesome if you're from Sioux City. That's super cool. It is a beautiful view, Amy. I feel very blessed. They set us up in a beautiful hotel and everything. Yeah, it's a really nice, and that's the river we were just at downstairs, Amy. The soap's at the Marriott. I'm at the Marriott. I don't know, maybe you noticed that. Yeah, everything here is like really, it's actually really, really nice. You're from Sioux City? Brenda, you're killing me now. Now I don't want to get off the chat right now. You got to come back on later. Brenda, are you going to come today to the museum? Brenda, you got to tell everybody stories. I'm not going to ask you to dox yourself and your age, but if you don't mind, tell everybody where you were or what you were doing when you heard about the plane crash. You take them, don't tell. I know, right? You and my mom are so. Amy's talking about taking soaps from the Marriott. You and my mom are identical. It's so funny. You guys would get along like crazy. But Brenda, tell everybody. I know it's funny, TCT. All right, listen, guys, I'm going to jump in the shower. Well, first I want to see if we get a response from Brenda, because if we get a response from Brenda, then I'll leave it up for a minute because I want you guys to hear what she has to say. You were working and everything stopped. You have a hotel stash, but I do too. Everything stopped in Sioux City. Everyone came and ran to the rescue. It was we have the gratitude that we have. Okay, bye. The gratitude that we have, Brenda, for you is unbelievable. That's all I could say. Yes, Mommy, say something to Brenda. What do you have to say to Brenda? Okay, now my mom's going to want to talk, Brenda. Here, give her a second.
Oh, okay.
Go. Say.
Oh, our gratitude and our appreciation to the entire community and each and every single individual in Sioux City is the no about there. You can't put a number on it. And like, for example, Susie, she decided that she was going to be our personal taxi driver. There were no Ubers back in that day. I'm happy to see her today. I haven't been back in 35 years, but she took us everywhere and she just made herself available 24/7.
My mom was in another planet when she had to come out here. If you guys don't know already, they had called my mom. Well, my mom was on the radio and they pronounced us all dead. So my mom had to deal with that. And it was, yes, Brenda, the appreciation we have is unbelievable. Ma, you want to sit here like this with it going into the river and talk to Brenda?
No, only later.
Later. Okay, guys, my mom wants to get out of here pretty soon. Love y'all. Brenda, please come back later. I hope you even come out to the museum. There's a huge open house at 3:45. I'll be speaking a little bit earlier, but y'all, I know poor mama. Amy, you're going to hear, trust me. You're going to hear. Yes, you should be. Brenda said, I am so proud of how this community stepped up. What do you have to say to that?
I just have no words. I have no words. If I had to epitomize a world of kindness, I would say Sioux City, Iowa.
And Amy, as always, you are perfectly correct. The emergency preparedness, I'll tell you guys something crazy right now. I'll give you one piece of it. I'll leave you off with this for this one. Thank you for, good, Brenda. Amy, I'll tell you something crazy. 2 years before the plane crash, 1987, am I correct? Do you want to tell them about the drill?
Later.
Okay.
Later.
But basically, there was a drill they did in 1987 at the place we crashed, which
Here
it's
in
crazy
Sioux
that
City,
we
Iowa.
randomly
It's on
ended
the
up crashing
movie
there. It's
with
part of the
Charlton
movie.
Heston.
Charlton Heston. That was called what? 1,000 Heroes?
Yes.
1,000 Heroes is the famous movie. But Amy, you have no idea. 2 years before, they randomly did these tests at that airport the airport that we crashed at wasn't an active airport. It's not like we made it to an airport. It's just randomly just showed up on the, yeah, I'll save it for later. You guys are the bomb. I will talk to you all later. Yeah, it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. The whole story is crazy. But I'll see you guys really soon, like probably in like an hour or so. Bye-bye.
So, Srelly,